Major League Soccer Toronto vs Columbus Crew prediction, team news, lineups preview. Toronto can take another step towards securing a place in the MLS Cup playoffs when they welcome the reigning champions, the Columbus Crew, to BMO Field on Wednesday. Thanks to a 2-1 win over Austin FC this past weekend, the Reds are 5 points above the Eastern Conference playoff line in 8th, while the Crew are third following a 0-0 draw with FC Cincinnati. Match preview. Many have wondered when the Toronto season will collapse this year, but to their credit, the Canadians keep finding a way to stay above that postseason line. With 5 matches remaining, they are in a tricky situation, just 2 points below Charlotte FC for a top 7 place and an automatic berth in the first round of the postseason. But the 3 teams below the playoff line, Atlanta United, the Philadelphia Union and CF Montreal, each have a game in hand on them. Every time it looks like things are slipping away, John Herdman's men seem to find a way to break out of a slump, winning 4 of their previous 6 league fixtures after losing 6 in a row. Wednesday will be their second game in a 3-match domestic homestand, with the Reds seeking back-to-back MLS triumphs at BMO Field for just the second time this year. By winning their remaining 4 home games, they would surpass their regular season wins total at BMO Field from a year ago 7, which would be their highest total since 2019-9. TFC have suffered 1 defeat in their previous 5 domestic encounters against the Crew in Toronto, losing 2-1 during the 2022 campaign. A slow start to September has significantly reduced Columbus' chances of claiming the Supporters' Shield for the 4th time in club history, with the team currently on a 2-match winless run. Wilfried Nancy's men have failed to score in successive league contests, putting them 12 points behind Inter Miami for first overall with only 7 matches remaining, despite only claiming 1 point in their Hell is Real derby with Cincinnati this past weekend. It was enough for Columbus to officially clinch a spot in the MLS Cup playoffs on consecutive occasions for the first time since 2017 and 2018. Their 7 away wins in MLS this year are the most for this club in a single 34-match domestic campaign and 3 more than they had a season ago. Should they win at least 3 of their final 7 league fixtures, the Crew would set a new single-season franchise record for points, surpassing the mark of 57 set in 2008 and 2023. Columbus have won their last 2 MLS affairs against Toronto and are undefeated in their previous 2 visits to BMO Field. Team news. On Saturday, Derek Etienne was an unused substitute for Toronto, having previously sustained a minor knock, while Alonso Coelho returned to the field for the first time since picking up a thigh injury weeks ago, playing nearly an hour before being replaced by Kosi Thompson. Shane O'Neill came on late in the opening half for Henry Wingo and collected a yellow card with 20 minutes remaining and thus will be suspended for this encounter. Jonathan Osorio returned from international duty and scored the opening goal 7 minutes into their match with Austin, while DeAndre Kerr notched the winner after a half hour, his second in successive games. Over the weekend, the Crew were once again without reserve goalkeeper Evan Bush, who remains sidelined due to an arm injury. Abraham Romero is eligible to return after serving a red card suspension in the draw versus their state rivals, Cincinnati. Patrick Schulte was back in goal for the Crew this past Saturday, as he, Steven Moreira, Mohamed Farsi, Christian Ramirez and Cucho Hernandez were the newcomers in the starting 11. Toronto possible starting lineup: Johnson, Mabika, Gomes, Petretta, Bernardeschi, Coelho, Longstaff, Laria, Osorio, Insigne, Kerr. Columbus Crew possible starting lineup: Schulte, Moreira, Camacho, Amundsen, Farsi, Mitten, Nagbe, Chambost. Ramirez, Rossi, Hernandez. We say, Toronto 1-4 Columbus Crew. The Crew are rarely held in check, as we saw on Saturday, but they always seem to come back determined after a rough outing or two. And we expect them to take out their scoring frustrations on a leaky Toronto backline. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.